This week on Live the Wildlife, I got to take a trip of a lifetime to New Zealand for Red Stag.
Oh man, talk about some amazing footage. I was totally impressed with what you came back with.
This is an incredible episode, so everybody stay tuned to Live the Wildlife.
This week on Live the Wildlife, Gus Kangemi goes to New Zealand for the hunt of a lifetime. Gus starts out on North Island for a red stag hunt with Ian Lowe of Ian Lowe Hunting. Gus then heads to South Island for a Himalayan tar hunt with Scott Thompson of Southern Hunting Safaris. Some unbelievable New Zealand big game hunting action coming right up.
This is Live the Wildlife. I'm Gus Kangemi. I'm a whitetail hunter from the Northeast, and I've been recently given the opportunity to hunt all over the world. This season, we're going to head to Alaska, into Canada, all throughout the United States, South America, over to Africa, and we're going to start off our first show of the season from down in New Zealand.
Like all big destination hunts that Gus goes on, it takes travel. New Zealand is a long haul from Gus's home in New York, and it'll take him multiple flights to get to his final destination. After the long plane ride, Gus has arrived in Taupo and meets with his guide Ian Lowe of 9 Yard Safari. After yet a bit more travel, Gus and Ian reach their final destination, the open terrain of New Zealand. With over 16,000 acres for Gus and Ian to hunt, he's in pursuit of a trophy red stag, and Gus has the professional guide to do it.
It's our first day here. In fact, we just arrived this morning and the roar is on. So we got out here as quick as we could. Got out in the field. This is just amazing country, and we have 5 days here on North Island, then we're going to fly to South Island and do some tar hunting. So I'm totally pumped, and I'm thinking this is going to be a great week.
It's a working ranch, you know, so the pasture's kept in good condition and the animals grow good heads. The genetics are good, and these animals have every opportunity.
I mean, it's so thick too. I mean, there's so many places for animals to be hiding, and you know, you're driving through, and we're glassing for a while and didn't see much, and all of a sudden, bam, there they are. You know, you start roaring, and one or two came out, and it was fantastic.
Yeah, it's a great spot, and as the week goes on, you're going to see some special animals, and some special scenery.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. Let's do it.
This mountainous terrain of New Zealand's North Island has some of the best habitat for the free-range animals that reside here. While on his hunt in this beautiful country, Gus has the opportunity to encounter many different game animals. New Zealand's mild temperatures provide climate very suitable for the red stag, tar, sika deer, and even the wild boar. This open terrain gives Gus an opportunity for a spot and stock hunt. And hunting with his bow means getting close to the target. Glassing and hunting. Gus has seen a good amount of game, just not the shooter yet.
On the third evening, we saw a monster stag, and it was just too dark for camera light and too dark to shoot, but we did see where he was traveling. And we made a plan to try to get there in the morning and head him off before he got back into those pines and bedded down.
With the red stag spotted, Gus and Ian have started their 4th day of hunting. They're hoping to find this shooter stag traveling from his bedding area to graze. And that means getting in before daybreak and looking for a sign.
But we got up in the morning and we got up on the mountain and it was just unbelievable. You see this fog lifting and Ian starts roaring and we have stags answering us back and you can hear the roars throughout this valley. With the fog lifting, it was just spectacular. Ian starts doing some female calls, hind calls, and I was blown away by what happened next.
When Live the Wildlife continues. The stalk is paid off for Gus as he's closed the distance. And later, Gus fishes the backwaters. That and more when we return. Portions of Live the Wildlife are being brought to you by Dead Downwind, Nikon, Darton, Bob Vitro's True Life Taxidermy, Silent Predator Clothing, Square Vision Productions, Ameristep, Interlock, Gold Tip, High Country Archery, Bullseye Archery in Cheyenne, Wyoming, Trophy Taker, Thrill of the Hunt Productions, Archer's Addiction, and by Trigger Time Gun Club. Portions of Live the Wildlife are being brought to you by Nikon. Gus Conjemi has traveled to the mountains of New Zealand's North Island, hunting with guide Ian Lowe. It's now the 4th day. Patience has paid off, and Gus has closed the distance with bow in hand. Not just a shooter has come into range, but a monster trophy.
Good shot. You got him, mate. You got him. Man, that's the boy. Dude, that was awesome. That's the one we saw last night. Yeah, you pulled him straight up. Yeah, so you came in like that. What do you think? Wow, that was wild. Unbelievable, man. We heard that stag like that. Yeah. And this one come right up on top of us, man. Insane. That was insane. That was a good shot. We got that boy, I tell you, we got that boy. He's not going anywhere.
I think so, he's right there.
He's dead.
Well, we got our arrow, we got good blood. We actually saw the stag run down this ravine here. It's pretty steep, but what an incredible morning. We got here last night and we saw this stag and we watched him go off into the pines at dark. We got back up here this morning, first light, and
that was an incredible hunt, incredible shot.
Oh man, you know, it just came out of nowhere. You know, he came, we just saw the top of his rack coming, and he tried to sit patient, waiting for him to come in, and he just gave that shot. It was, I guess, about 25 yards. You know, there was some grass in the way, but I think we got a good hit on him, and we'll give this guy a little time.
Give this guy a little time.
Man, he's digging in pretty hard. There's some deep tracks. Ian, I got blood here. He's right there, right there. Holy cow, man, look at this. Oh my God. Oh my God. Whoa! Oh man. That is an animal. That is an animal, man. Whoa!
Just get out of that water. Good on you.
Let's pull him up.
Pull him forward.
This is just magnificent.
You know, I knew that was a good shot. I saw the shot and I was surprised we got up there, no stag.
You know, he went down, I mean, the shot's dead on. He just went down that hill full bore.
He's covered what, 500 yards?
Easy that far.
500, it's a bit frightening. The main thing is arrow placement. You did a great shot, good arrow.
Yeah. We found good blood, so I knew the shot was decent. Once we found that arrow, I said that shot had to be good. But you know, that bank was steep, so he went down that ravine quick. Yeah, he covered 200 yards like effortlessly. This is off the charts. Off the charts. What an animal.
Good on you,
Ian, man. Thank you so much, bro.
When we return,
We're beating the water all day. It's only the second time I've been fishing, fly fishing, but can't top this.
and later,
This is just an unbelievable animal. Tough bow hunt.
portions of Live the Wildlife are being brought to you by Dead Downwind.
I'd like to take a moment and talk to you about a product that I use and believe in, Dead Downwind. I've used Dead Downwind since they first came on the market, and since then, they've really expanded their product line to cover everything in scent prevention. I was first drawn to Dead Downwind because they use an enzyme scent prevention. It's not harmful to your skin. You could apply it directly on your skin. I found that other products where they say they kill human bacteria, they also say don't have contact with your skin. It didn't make much sense to me. I use all their products, from their laundry soap to their personal hygiene to all their field sprays. I believe in Dead Downwind, and I wouldn't go in the field without it.
Hunting here in New Zealand with Ian Lowe has truly been an experience for Gus Congemi. The beautiful country, the amount of game animals encountered, and his red stag harvest has made it a memorable experience. Ian Lowe has much to offer a hunter. He has a top-notch guide service and some of the best New Zealand hospitality to go right along with a hunt of a lifetime.
Where we're hunting here is Poronui. I'm Ian Lowe for Ian Lowe Hunting, and these are the sort of blocks I can offer to people. Here we've got red stags, sika, fallow, ram, goats, whatever people want to do, Ian Lowe Hunting can offer.
Whoa! Oh man! That is an animal. Well, after that stag hunt, my trip was complete. I didn't think there was much else that could top it. But Poronui is noted for their fly fishing. They're world renowned. And although my son and I are not fly fishermen, we did take some lessons. We took a helicopter fly into a remote area. The scenery was just beautiful. We landed down there, and they were really helpful. And after we beat the water for a good 8 hours, we did land some fish.
The North Island of New Zealand has one incredible hidden treasure, the fly fishing. With the trout streams back where no roads or facilities are, the best way to get there is by chopper. Known as a helicopter fly-in, this common way to travel will get an angler on those trout before he knows it.
Abnormal, you strike.
Once on the ground, Gus and his son get a quick instruction from their guide. Gus is a big game hunter with many trophies on his wall, but fairly new to the skills of fly fishing.
Real? Mark, go give him a hand with that. You might, just so I want to get first fly fish. Yes! Oh man! Marco!
We don't want to leave it too late. 4 o'clock.
My guide Mark, we were beating the water all day. It's only the second time I've been fishing, fly fishing, but can't top this.
gonna find some more. Here he goes, man. Woo! We're gonna do it. Determination. No, I hear you, man. Hey? Never quit, brother, right?
Stay tuned for more of Live the Wildlife.
By the second day, we just realized there were too many people between the cameraman, Scott, and myself, so I set off that afternoon on my own.
Portions of Live the Wildlife are being brought to you by Dead Downwind, Nikon, Darton, Bob Vitro's True Life Taxidermy, Silent Predator Clothing, Square Vision Productions, Ameristep, Interlock, Gold Tip, High Country Archery, Bullseye Archery in Cheyenne, Wyoming, Trophy Taker, Thrill of the Hunt Productions, Archer's Addiction, and by Trigger Time Gun Club. Earlier, here on Live the Wildlife, Gus Conjemi took a beautiful stag while hunting with Ian Lowe in New Zealand. Now the hunt continues with Scott Thompson on a South Island tar hunt.
Well, we flew to Christchurch on the South Island of New Zealand. We met our outfitter and guide, Scott Thompson of Southern Hunting Safaris. We drove from there to the town of Fairleigh where Scott lives. We had a blast with Scott. He is just a wild man. From the minute we got in the truck till the time we got to his house, we just had a ton of laughs.
Gus is now hunting with Scott Thompson of Southern Hunting Safaris. Scott is one of those blessed New Zealanders who has exclusive hunting privileges of the South Island's most prestigious properties. Gus is now hunting for a tahr. The tahr is found in different areas all along the Southern Alps, which run the entire length of the South Island of New Zealand. Once you've seen the rugged terrain these animals are found in, you'll never again wonder why they're called the King of the Alps.
Good deal.
Wind's perfect.
Scotty had us into tahr from day one. We were glassing animals up on these ledges, and they were dropping down into feed on the sides of these mountains. It was a little bit tough to stalk with a bow, to be honest, and by the second day we just realized there were too many people between the cameraman, Scott, and myself, so I set off that afternoon on my own. Well, we've been chasing tahr all day, and we had 3 people, and it just wasn't going to happen. So we split up. Cameraman, guide, and me. I went after some alone. Tried to have them in the background, do the stalks by myself, and I can't believe this happened. It was a long day, but to get a tahr with the bow, I don't know what I could say. It's amazing, amazing day. Well, I'm here with Scott Thompson of Southern Hunting Safaris in association with Ian Lowe. Ian sent me down here. I never met Scott before, but we've been having a blast, and this is just an unbelievable animal. Tough, tough bow hunt, and you got me on him, man. We were on him all day.
Oh, all day long.
You know, there was a lot of animals, And but it's just, you know, if you had a rifle, we're talking about a different story. It's just really tough. We tried doing it with the three of us, cameraman, Scott and I, and it was just too many people, too much noise, scent. They'd pick us up, a lot of eyes, and so we would just glass them, and then finally, you know, this afternoon we just decided that's it, I'm going out alone. And I had these guys following me, and I spotted this tar bed down in this thicket here, and I could just see horns sticking up, and I went back, got these guys, they came running up, and we put the stalk on. It couldn't have happened better. He just picked his head up, and he was just starting to stand up. I got a 20-yard shot on him, and it just dropped him. Yeah, man, I'm dumbfounded. This has still been an amazing, amazing trip.
Awesome, mate. No, that's an outstanding bull. Like, you know, he's going to be close to 14 inches, I'd say, with big, heavy bases and that, and, you know, takes probably most New Zealanders all their life to get a tail like this, so you've done awesome, man.
Well, you know, it's funny when you're telling me that, because I was just happy to get any animal, and when Scott saw this and told me what I'm looking at here, it's should go pretty good in the record books.
Oh, mate, you'll be very surprised.
Just in these mountains in the background, and just, you know, being here with my son too, which is pretty cool to have be on a hunt with him, and this is just unbelievable.
I'm pleased you're happy.
Scott, thank you, my friend.
You're welcome, mate.
And this won't be the last time you'll see me, but we're going to celebrate tonight.
Excellent.
You got it, man. Well, I'd like to thank Ian Lowe of Ian Lowe Hunting and Scott Thompson of Southern Hunting Safaris. I took two amazing animals, better than I could have dreamed of. My tar came in #2 in the world in free-ranging tar, and my stag came in #7. I went on this trip totally not expecting that, and I just like to thank them for all their time and patience on this hunt. Also, I'd like to thank Bob Vitro of True Life Taxidermy for setting this up. I had a fantastic trip in New Zealand. It was once in a lifetime, but I have to be honest, after being in New Zealand once, I'm definitely going back.
Next week on Live the Wildlife.
So Ernie, what do you have coming up next week?
Oh man, I've got the American version of that stag. We're going after Rocky Mountain elk in Colorado.
Sounds like a wild time.
Oh man, it's going to be great. Awesome show. Stick around. Check us out next week.
Closed caption for Live the Wildlife is brought to you by Urge Media, helping outdoor manufacturers maximize their brand through TV, internet, and social media. Special thanks to outfitters and hunting locations and affiliates seen on today's show. For more information regarding the locations and destinations, please contact them direct and experience the wildlife.